Right, let's start. So this is the 8th lecture for Unit 9, page 52. Right. Title for this unit, Getting Around. Right. So Unit 9, Getting Around. Vocabulary. The title here for this exercise. On the road. These are the signs that we usually see on the road. The question is, 1. Label the photos here with the words, right? With the words and phrases below. Use these words and phrases to label these photos, right? As usually, as we have done before I give you my own answers, what you do, you switch off the video and try to work on your own. Write on your sheet before you listen to my answers, right? First, switch off the video. Switch it off. Now, photo number 1. Here we write roundabout. This one, roundabout. This sign is or means roundabout. As we say in Arabic, هنا جزيرة الدوران. 2. Here we say cycle lane. Cycle lane, a path or a place for bicycles only. Right. 3 here. This sign means on the road, it means no entry. It means you can't get inside this road. You can't drive here. Right. 3. This sign means, 4. This sign means traffic light. All these, we call it traffic light. Traffic light, this one, or lights, sorry, traffic lights, because 3 colors. Number 5, here it means one-way street. One-way street. You go, for example, and don't come back. You go, but don't come back. Right? One-way street. Right. And number 6, where is it? Sorry. This sign, when we see it, it means we write give the way. It means when you see another car, you ought or you're supposed to stop and let the other car pass. Give the way. Right? This one, give the way or give way. Exercise 2. Match the definitions, right? These definitions to words from the phrase bank here, right? Use these phrases or words to write about these definitions. Before I give you my own answers, switch off the video. Switch it off. Now, number 1. Let me read for you. Or before I read, let me adjust this. Yes. This one here. Right. Let me read. Number 1. A subterranean walkway. Subterranean walkway. Subterranean means what we say under earth, right? Right? We call that subway. Subway. Right, what is it? Subway. We should, this one. Subway. If we say, what is a subway? The answer, subterranean walkway. Walkway. A road or a place or a path to walk. What is it? Underground. Underground. Subterranean means underground. What do we call the path where we walk underground? What do we call it? We call it subway. 2. Road congestion. Right? Road congestion. In other words, we say traffic jam. Traffic jam. This one. Traffic jam. 3. A motorized vehicle free zone. Right? Zone means area. Motorized vehicle free zone. Right? It means no vehicles, no cars can go inside this road. So only for people to walk. In other words, we say pedestrianized area. Pedestrianized area. right? Pedestrianized area. Area means a place or way for people who want to walk on foot. Right. 4, we read here, a section of the road for use by public transport only. Public transport only. Like buses, for example, public transport, only for public transport. We call that place or area, right? Like bus land. Bus lane, sorry. Bus lane. Lane means path or way. Only for buses, for public transport. 5, a place for pedestrians to cross the road in safety. It's a place on the road for people to cross the road safely. What do we call that place where you can cross the road? We call it zebra crossing. Zebra crossing. Exercise 3. Take your pen. Complete the text with words from the phrase bank. Words here from phrase bank. You complete the text here. Before I give you my own answers, what you do, you switch off the video and try to read and choose a word or a phrase to complete spaces. All right? Switch off the video. Let me start. Advice for road users traveling to Britain. Right? First paragraph. The regulations for road users in the UK are called the Highway Code. Highway Code means rules and regulations, right, for people in UK. Right. What else? British teenagers can apply for what? Right. For professional driving license. Right. To drive a car under adult supervision. Right. Again, British teenagers, young people, can apply for what? Professional driving license. It's a license, as we say in Arabic, rukhsa, right? To drive, but in a limited area. Limited area, not, you can't drive anywhere, but you can drive in limited area. We call that what? Professional driving license. Right? Why? To drive, let's complete. To drive a car under adult supervision. Right? And when, supervision. When they are 17, yes, underage. However, they won't means will not, huh? They won't qualify for what? For a full driving license. Full driving license means, let's say, a real driving license. In other words, full driving license. They cannot, they won't, they will not qualify for a full driving license unless they pass the practical and, it's not clear here. The theoretical, pass the theoretical and the practical parts of a driving test, as we do here in Libya. امتحان عملي وامتحان نظري. النظري اللي هو قياس النظر, والعملي اللي هو you drive. Right? Next paragraph. Parking in the UK is strictly controlled. Prohibited areas are marked with a double yellow line. If you park in these areas, what? You could get a parking fine. Fine, it means you pay money. Why you pay money? Because you parked your car in a wrong way. Parking fine. Right? Parking fine or a parking ticket. Right. Anyway, the same. Parking ticket. Right. parking ticket. So you could get a parking ticket. Parking ticket, the same as parking fine. Right. Let's carry on. Bicycle users should also be aware that cycling on the pavement is prohibited. Pavement, why? Because the pavement is for people to walk. So if you use your bicycle on the pavement, it's not allowed. As we say in Arabic here in Libya, al-marshabedi. If the police see you doing this, what happened? You could get a fine. You ride a bicycle and you pay money. You could get a fine. This one, as you see in Libya, غرامة. Right? 4. Exercise 4. Complete the transport collocations. Collocations means two words usually together with words from the box. Here we have words. Use them to complete the exercise. Use these words. Lessons, test, license, learner, dangerous, and full qualified. What do we say with the driver? We can say learner driver. This one. Learner driver. And also driver, we can say danger driver. So we can say learner driver and danger driver. Learner driver and dangerous, dangerous to describe. Dangerous driver. Learner driver and dangerous driver. Okay, what else? And there is another word here, full qualified driver. So again, learner driver, dangerous driver, and full qualified driver. Okay. Now, what do we say with the driving? Driving. We say what? Driving license, and driving test, and driving lesson. Right? And driving lesson. Right. Okay. Language note here we have. In England, we say pavement for people to walk. But in America, we say sidewalk. Sidewalk. Next page. Speaking. Comparing rules between countries here. Exercise 1. What do we have here? We have listening. Listen to a reporter asking young women in Madrid, in Spain, okay, about government plans for changing driving regulations, right? After you listen, you go to exercise 2 to complete her answers, to complete the woman's answers. Here, so you listen and you complete directly, complete her answers with the correct form of the words in brackets. First, you find them in brackets and from the CD itself. Right? Choose the correct alternatives in bold. And sometimes you choose between this or this. Right? So we listen and we complete to the woman. Right? Listen.
Unit 9. Speaking. Exercise 1.
Well, it's 11 o'clock on Tuesday, April the 12th, and you're listening to Capital City, the first internet radio for English speakers living in Madrid. And I'm Sian Mulligan. Today, we're talking about Spanish government plans to change the driving laws. Here's what one local teenager had to say to our reporter on the streets of Madrid, Tom Langley.
Good morning. Can I ask you a question? You may have heard the Spanish government is thinking about allowing young people to start learning to drive at 17. What do you think of that?
I don't know. I don't think we need to learn to drive at 17. I live in the city and public transport is great, so I'm not in a rush to learn to drive. I think if people of my age could drive, there would be more accidents than now.
So what you do, you listen again to the video, listen once, twice, 3 times, listen to the girl, what she said, and write here. What did she say with the word? How did she say it? The word think. You write it here. And what did she say here about this verb live? What did she say here? You write it here. And then what did she choose? Which one? She chose great or she chose poor? Circle the one she chose. And then what did she say about verb to be? How did she say it? You write it here. And then there, what did she say here about the verb to be? How did she say it? And then which word did she choose? More or fewer? Circle the word she chose. Okay? Do it. Exercise 3. Listen to the radio program and choose the best answer. Now we listen to a radio program talking about these points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. According to the CD, to the program, what did they say about the rules for driving in Spain and Britain are similar in what? In A or B or C or D? You read A, for example, the age when you can learn to drive is the same. Is the same in Britain and in Spain. Or B, the parts of the test are the same. Or C, or D. We listen and then I give you my own answers, right? Listen. Right here.
Unit 9. Speaking. Exercise 3.
Well, it's 11 o'clock on Tuesday, April the 12th, and you're listening to Capital City, the first internet radio for English speakers living in Madrid. And I'm Sian Mulligan. Today, we're talking about Spanish government plans to change the driving laws. Here's our reporter, Tom Langley, to tell us more about it.
Thanks, Sian. Today, there are many similarities between learning to drive in Spain and in Britain. You have to do a theory and a practical test in both countries, for example. But there are still 2 important differences between being a learner driver in Spain and in Britain. The first is age. In Britain, you can start learning when you're 17, although the government is considering changing this to 18, like in Spain. The other important difference is who you learn with. In Britain, when you decide to learn to drive, you don't have to have lessons with a driving instructor. Any qualified driver over the age of 21 can teach you. And in fact, many young people put the L plates on the family car and learn with one of their parents. Learning to drive is a very expensive business, and this is of course a great way to keep costs down. And now a similar scheme is under discussion in Spain. The traffic department's plan is for young people to start the process at the age of 17, with theory and practical classes at a recognized driving school. When they pass the theory test, they can continue practicing with a qualified driver until they are 18 and can take the practical part of the driving test. But what do young people think of it?
I don't know. I don't think we need to learn to drive at 17. I live in the city and public transport is great, so I'm not in a rush to learn to drive. I think if people of my age could drive, there would be more accidents than now. Young boys can be really irresponsible. Most people who break the speed limit and jump the traffic lights tend to be under 20.
Well, that's the opinion of one 17-year-old here. But how representative is that? Studies in other European countries have looked at this scheme and discovered that it actually has a very positive impact on the number of traffic accidents, and that can only be a good thing. Now, back to Sian in the studio.
Right. So before I give you my own answers, switch off the video. Number 1, the rules for driving in Spain and Britain are similar in the sense that B. We circle B. The parts of the test are the same. parts of the test, theoretical and practical. 2. In Britain, you can learn with C. You can learn with any qualified driver over the age of 21. Right? B. Right? Sorry, C. C. What is it? C? This one. C. Any qualified driver over the age of 21. C. 3. Under the new Spanish plan, it's A. People can start learning to drive at a younger age. Right? Exercise 4. Read the sentences. Do you agree or disagree? If you agree, write A. If you disagree, write D. Right? With them. Write A or D. Read and discuss your colleague, your friend. 1. For example, I don't think teenagers are responsible enough to drive. Do you agree or not agree? You write here, A or D. 2. I want to get my driving license as soon as I'm 18. Agree or disagree? 3. They should teach everyone to drive in the 6th form at school. In the 6th form, yani in the secondary school. Do you agree? Write A. Disagree? Write D. Right? And discuss it with your colleagues. Culture here, what does this sign mean? When we see it in a car, L. Right? The L plate is an international sign for learner drivers. It's international. When you put it on a car, that means you are driving or you are learning to drive. It means the driver here in this car, he is learning. Right? It began in the UK in 1935. Right? Once you have a British driving license, you don't have to renew it until you are 70. So when you get a driving license, it's, let's say, valid until you are 70 years old. Right? Okay. Let's go to the next page. Listening. Understanding directions here. 1. Let's read. 1. Read the map, then listen and label the photos or places in Bath. It's a city in England. Bath, right? Read, then listen and label the pictures. This one, and this one, and this one, right? Try to label them. Okay? Read the places here. As we see, to assembly rooms and postal museum and so on. Now we listen and we write names of these places, right, in the city path, right? Okay, listen and write. Let's listen.
Unit 9. Listening. Exercises 1 and 2.
Bath is a city located in southwest England in the county of Somerset. With a population of 83,000, Bath isn't one of Britain's largest cities, but the 3.8 million yearly visitors make it one of England's most popular tourist destinations. It's been popular for a long time. The Romans built a temple and spa baths in AD 70 when they discovered Britain's only hot spring. Even though the Roman baths are now 6 meters below the street level of the modern city, over 1 million tourists come every year to visit them. Bath is famous for its fabulous Georgian architecture. Many films have been shot in locations such as the Royal Crescent, a series of terraced houses built between 1767 and 1774, and the Assembly Rooms, which were popular with fashionable people in 18th century Bath, and now house the city's fashion museum. Bath was the home of 19th century novelist Jane Austen, author of Pride and Prejudice, who lived in the city for over 5 years. Some of her most famous novels actually take place in the city, and her characters describe many of the places that modern visitors can still see today. Other places of interest include Bath Abbey, which was built on the site of an 8th century Anglo-Saxon church and the 200-year-old Theatre Royal. Selected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987, Bath is recognised as one of Britain's most culturally significant places.
Right. Right. Now, as we have heard, you can listen again, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, until you understand names of these places. Now, before I give you my own answers, what you do, you switch off the video. Switch it off. Okay, number 1, Romans Bath. Romans Bath. Number 2, this one, Theatre Royal. Theatre Royal. Number 3, here, Assembly Romans. Right? Oh, sorry, Assembly Rooms. Assembly Rooms. Right? Where we can find it here. Assembly Rooms. Okay? Number 4, this one, Bath Abbey. Bath Abbey. Now we go to exercise 2. Listen again and answer the questions. So what you do, listen again and again and again. Before you listen, you read questions, okay? And then take your pen and write notes here, your answers here. Listen and follow the CD and write. Okay? Now, before I give you my own answers and notes here, what you do, you listen again and work. And now switch off the video. Switch it off. Right? Number 1, question. How many people live in Bath? The answer, 83,000. 83,000. 2. Who built the first spa or hot spring baths there? The answer, Romans. 3. Where can you find these baths today? Right? Where can you find these baths today? All right, the answer, 6 meters below street land, or level, sorry. 6 meters below street level. Right? 4. What are the assembly rooms famous for now? What are the assembly rooms famous for now? What is it famous for now? The answer, Fashion Museum. Fashion Museum. Fashion Museum. Number 5. What is significant about the characters in Jane Austen's novels? What is significant about the characters in Jane Austen's novels? What is significant? What's the attraction in her novels? The answer describes many places and many visitors can still see today. Right? Number 6. Why was 1987 an important year for Bath? Why? The answer, because UNESCO selected Bath's as World Heritage. Again, because UNESCO selected Bath, the city Bath, as World Heritage. Okay, exercise 3. We have a CD here. Listen to the tourist officer at Bath train station giving directions. The question, look at the map up. Decide which of the city's attractions the tourists are visiting. So visitor 1, which attraction he or she is visiting now? You write it here. Choose it from here or from these places. Right? We listen and we write. Visitor 1, 2, and 3. Right? Listen.
Unit 9. Listening. Exercise 3. 1.
Okay, so leave the station and go straight ahead into Manvers Street. Carry on straight across at North Parade. Oh, the street name changes from Manvers Street to Pierpoint Street, but it's all the same road. That brings you to Orange Grove. There, you want to take the second left, and it's right opposite you.
This one.
2.
Now 2. Visitor 2.
Right. You need to turn left out of the station into Dorchester Street. And then you'll see a big junction on your right with St. James Parade and Southgate. Go up Southgate. It's where all the shops are and it's pedestrianised. No cars are allowed up there. Keep straight on into Stall Street and then take the second right and they're on the left, opposite the Tourist Information Office.
You write it here. Romans Bath.
3.
Okay?
Okay, it's a little bit complicated. Turn left out of the station and go right at the first junction. You'll come to a fork with Corn Street on the left and St. James Parade on the right. Take St. James Parade. Take the first right into Hot Bath Street. Great name, isn't it? And when you come to Westgate Street, turn left. Follow the road round to the right into Barton Street, and it's on your left.
This one. So my answers, visitor 1, they were talking about Bath Abbey. Bath Abbey. Visitor 2, they were talking about Roman baths. Visitor 3, they were talking about Theatre Royal. Theatre Royal. Culture. Bath, a city in the southwest of England, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Right? Right, very good. Functional language, directions. 1. Read the examples of types of expression normally used for giving directions. Right? Imperative. Right? Imperatives, we say, for example, as an example here, leave the station, take the second left. Okay? Imperatives plus preposition of movement, we say, for example, go straight ahead, follow the road, round to the right, and so on. Next, expressions to describe locations. For example, we say, you'll see the river on your right. It's right opposite you. Right? Now, exercise 2. Write 2 more examples from the phrase bank here. Right? Write them here. For each category in one, you write here. More examples like this, you write them, take your pen and write here, and write here, and write here. Right? Now for the first one, right, imperative, you can say, turn left, and go up Southgate. Right? This one, go up Southgate. And turn left, this one, turn left. The second one here, we can write carry on, right? We write here, carry on, and also right across, right? Right here, right? Carry on straight across, sorry. Carry on straight across, we write it here. Carry on straight across. Carry on straight across. What else? Right. Start with keep. Here. What is it? Keep. Keep straight on onto Stall Street. This one. Keep straight on into Stall Street. Okay. Now next. The third here we say. That brings you to. What is it? This one. That brings you to. Another one, another sentence. You will see a big conjunction. You will see, what is it? You will see a big junction, sorry, on your right. You will see a big junction on your right. Okay? 3. Complete the tourist officer's directions with the words below. Here. Use these words to complete. Right? First, how to do this exercise. Switch off the video. Don't listen to the CD. Just work and take these words and phrases and complete the dialogue. Okay? And then you switch on the video and listen to the CD and compare. Okay? Now, switch off the video. Switch it off. Switch it off. Okay, and now we listen to the CD for the dialogue using these words, okay? Listen.
Unit 9, Functional Language, Exercise 4. Hi, I want to get to the Postal Museum.
Okay, well, you need to turn left out of the station and then take the first right into Southgate.
First left into South...
No, first right. Okay, then you go straight up Stall Street.
Store Street.
No, Stall Street. S-T-A-L-L.
Okay, Stall Street.
Go straight ahead, across Westgate Street and Upper Borough Walls until you come to New Bond Street, where you turn left and follow the road round.
Sorry, New
Bond Street. Turn left and follow the road round, and then take the first right into Green Street. The museum's on your right on the corner with Broad Street.
Okay, terrific. Thanks.
Okay, so you listen again once, twice, 3 times until you understand it, and write words and phrases from here in spaces. Right? And then number 5 here, you try to play the dialogue. For example, you take the role A and your friend or colleague takes the role B. Right? And you play it using Viber or WhatsApp. Right? This one, it's a pronunciation. We listen. Corrective stress, talking about stress. Listen.
Unit 9, Pronunciation, Exercises A and B. No, first right. No, Stall Street. New Bond Street.
Right, after we have finished listening to stress on these words, let's carry on. Final task, giving directions. Right, you listen here. Giving directions. Exercise 1, read the strategy, then listen to speakers A and B, asking for directions. The question, which speaker uses a simpler style? Speaker A or speaker B? Listen.
Unit 9, Final Task, Exercise 1. Speaker A.
Listen.
Excuse me, could you please tell me the fastest route to take to the airport? Excuse me, would I be right in thinking the train station is further along this road?
Speaker B.
Listen.
Excuse me, sorry, the best way to the sea? Hi, is the post office near here?
So which speaker uses a simpler style? Of course, speaker B, we write. Speaker B uses simple way of asking. Right, 2. Order the words to make 2 simple requests for directions here. Write them again here. Right? And then which speaker in 1 could have used these questions? After we finish on the CD, which one used this? Is it speaker A or speaker B? First you write. Now, before I give you my correct answers, you switch off the video and try to start writing the sentence again. And the sentence here again, right? Switch off the video, switch it off. I'm gonna read. Hi, can you tell me the fastest way to the airport? Hi, can you tell me the fastest way to the airport? The other sentence, it's a question. Is this the way to the train station, please? Is this the way to the train station, please? Who used these 2 sentences on the CD? Speaker A or B? You listen again to the video and then you write here A or B and here A or B. Okay? Right. All right. Right. Right, here about places, let's say about places around your school or about your university. You write names of places here. For example, one place, somewhere you can do sports. Can you do sports here in a place or in an area near your university or near your secondary school? You say name of a place. Two, a public transport stop. Example, a metro, of course, we don't have. For example, let's say bus stop. Do we have a public bus stop near your school or university? Write it here. Three, a specialist shop, famous shop, near your school or university, like a music shop, right? Or let's say news agent's shop, right? Or a supermarket or food store or something, write it here. Four, another school. Is there another school? Name of it here. Five, a place to go out in the evening, like a cinema or a theater, let's say, or a restaurant, somewhere. You write it near your school or near your university. Right? Right. Right. Let's go to the next page and see what else we have here. It's revision, vocabulary. Exercise 1. Take your pen, correct the underlined words to make the sentence logical. Right? 1. There is a mistake in every sentence. The underlined is the mistake. You change it. You can find it in the beginning of the unit or you can find it here. I mean the correction. 1. Let me read fast. A traffic warden teaches you to drive. Of course, traffic warden, traffic police, no, wrong. What should you write here? Now, before I give you my answers, what you do, you switch off the video and take your pen and write the correction here. Read and write, okay? And now I'm gonna correct. Okay, 1. A driving instructor. We maybe find it here, maybe. A driving instructor. Driving instructor, maybe. It's not necessary. Yeah, it's here. It's here. Driving instructor. Like driving teacher. Driving instructor. زي ما نقول احنا في العامية معلم قيادة. Teaches you to drive. So you write it here. Or you write it on the sentence or on the phrase, sorry. 2. You should never jump the subway. No, it's wrong. You can't. We change subway. You should never jump traffic lights. You should never jump traffic lights. 3. A speed limit is a place where only buses can travel. No, not speed limit. A bus lane. A bus lane or a bus road is a place where only buses can travel. 4. When you pass your driving test, you are given a provisional driving license. No. When you pass your driving test, you are given what? A full driving license. A full driving license. 5. You may get a cycle lane if you cycle on the pavement in the UK. No, wrong. You may get a fine, as we say al-gharama, if you cycle on the pavement in the UK. Okay, exercise 2. Use the expressions in the box here, these words, right, to complete the text, right, in the text, right? You may need to change the form of the verbs, right? The form of the verbs, right? Now, before I give you my own answers, what you do, switch off the video and try to read and choose a phrase and put it here, right? Switch off the video and let's read together. First, right. 1. I started having driving lessons when I was 17 and a half, right? The what? let's say the theory test. The theory test was quite easy because you can study that on the computer, right? And I passed that first time, but I found the practical part much more difficult, right? I took, right, the practical test for the first time just after my 18th birthday, and I failed. After that, though, my dad helped me by taking me out to practice. I was pretty scared. Scared means afraid at first, but the extra practice made me feel more confident. And when I took the test again last month, I passed. I was delighted, means happy. I received my full driving license this morning. So drivers, beware. Right. Okay, pronunciation. 3. Say the words in bold in 2. Here, the words in 2. How many syllables do they have? Try to guess. 4. Write the words in bold under the correct heading. Where do we pronounce t and da? Right, in 2. For example, started. Started. We write it here. Started it. Right? And the word, this one, passed. Passed. Ta. We write it here. Passed. And the word failed. Not failed. Failed. We write it here. Da. Failed. And then helped. Helped. Ta, ta, ta. We write it here. Helped. Right? Functional language. Number 5. Put the sentences in the correct order in this dialogue. Which one is number 1, which is 2, and so on. Number 1 is given for you. This is, you start with visitor. Visitor, morning. I'm looking for the city cinema complex. Right? What is number 2? Number 2, tourist officer. Tourist officer. Okay. Well. Right? Okay. Well, you need to go out here and turn right, and then carry on down the road till you get to Brighton Street. You write number 2 here. Okay. Number 3, visitor. Visitor. Okay. And then what? You write here 3. Okay. Number 4. Number 4, tourist officer. Here. Tourist officer. Turn right into Brighton Street. And then you need the second. And then you need the second. No, 3rd street on the left. I think it's called, right, Goodall Avenue. Goodall Avenue. This is number 4. Goodall Avenue. Number 5, visitor. Right, Brightwell Street. This is number 5. You write 5 here. Number 6. Number 6, tourist officer. No. Brighton Street. This is number 6. 7, we are here. Sorry, was that the 3rd on the left or the right? This is number 7. 8, tourist officer. The left. Go straight down Goodall Avenue to the end, and it's right opposite. This is 8, okay? Now number 9, visitor. Is there any way to park? This is number 9. Number 10, tourist officer. Yes, there is a big car park on the far side of the cinema. This is number 10. 11, visitor. Great, thanks very much. This is number 11. Okay, so up to number 11, right? Up to here. Okay, we stop here. Right. Anyway, what else here? Number 6, choose 2 places in your city. Give directions to your partner. Can they guess which places you choose? You talk about a city. Imagine it, you talk about it, and then your friends try to guess. Your colleagues try to guess the name of the place. Right? And down there you find, now watch the DVD episode transport. There is a kind of a DVD for more practice. Maybe in future we will have this DVD. Inshallah, I will try to upload it for you. I'll try, right, to put it on the portal for you. هنحطه لكم على المنصة الإلكترونية إن شاء الله. كان في متسع من الوقت هنحمله السي متاع الفيديو DVD. You watch and you practice it, right, with some exercises on it. Okay, right. What else here? I thought that there is a CD for the dialogue. This one between a visitor and a tourist officer. Actually, there is no CD right here. And here you see the phrase bank, sentences, phrases, words that you can use in these different exercises. In exercise 1, 2, and 5 here, and 5. Right? What else? Okay, so what you do now to improve your English, you try to listen more, once, twice, 3 times, you try to listen more and more, try to practice, try to revise, right? And for any questions, more details, or something you don't understand, you can try to contact me, right? You may use your Viber, you may use your WhatsApp, right? Phone me, ask, don't hesitate, okay? So what I should say now here, I stop here. Thank you very much. Good luck for all of you. See you inshallah in future. Meet you inshallah. Thank you. Goodbye and good luck.